I'm fully dressed. I got dressed last night and I laid down on the floor, and that's where I've been since I lay down. And I've been mostly on the floor since my birthday. 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I've been mostly on the floor since then. And I'm slowly getting better. And I'm able to talk and articulate what happened now. This camera lens is different from my normal camera lens, and it makes my teeth look white. My teeth do not look this white. There's something up with the lens. The color pixels on this lens are, for some reason, there's more blue in it. That's interesting. This camera can see what I can't see. I have difficulty seeing the color blue, if that makes sense. I don't know why. Okay. I'm going to delete messages again because they're inappropriate, and this is my documentation of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to document what I'm going through, and this is hard. Struggling to see the symbols on my phone. And I know this is bad stuff. So I'm gonna... Hi, Samuel. I'm gonna carry on and describe where I'm at. I'm sorry, I'm struggling at the moment. I've just been through some mental pain. There was some bullying in the stream just now. And I'm really ill. And there are people behaving like 14-year-old children in the stream, just entertaining themselves flinging dirt. and that hurts. I'm going to look away from the comments and just focus on what I need to do. So how can I describe what's happening? So for 2 weeks now, I've been kind of trapped on the floor, really. This is the earliest I've woken up so far. My phone rang. I heard it ring. And I have so much difficulty moving. I can just roll over and then I can see the phone, and then I can't process how to answer the phone. It rings a few times and then goes away, and it's probably spam or something, but I'm expecting a medical professional to call me to help me get on the phone to a doctor. That's happening today. I know it's happening today because she said she was going to call me on a Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, I think. As I've gone through this, it's been hard for me to understand the days of the week. And so I've gotten a lot better since my birthday, but I still feel trapped. There's still swelling on one side of my head. And when I can drain the swelling out, I can talk a bit. So what I came on here to do was to describe the mornings when I am 2 weeks after an insult to my brain, a pretty major insult, like a stroke or an aneurysm. Don't know yet. I know what I'm feeling in my brain, and this is pretty major. I've been to emergency room before for it, but it was always caught too late. Like I'm 2 weeks after the incident, and sometimes I've been to the emergency room 6 weeks after, and it was too late. The damage had been done, and I was fighting my way back from that. So where was I? I suffer a lot of forgetfulness in the moment. And so in the morning, when I wake up, I can't talk, I can't move, and I have to get to the bathroom. So I managed to get off the floor, and that's difficult. It's the bit, why is it difficult to get off the floor? So my energy is trapped in me. my muscles won't work. So I have to fight to get off the floor. And then if I get to the bathroom, sometimes I forget what I'm doing before I get to the bathroom. So anyway, I got dressed last night in anticipation that something was happening today. And I'm struggling to think. So I try to forward plan, and something last night made me think I need to be dressed today, but because I can't get dressed, I'll do that at night and then sleep in my clothes because I have to be dressed today. So I've got some forward planning, but I can't remember why. I'm thinking it's probably because I don't know if I'm in the house on my own or not. Hi, Chris. I'm struggling. I have to struggle a lot to make the videos to document what I'm going through. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it's hard to pay attention to the screen because people are cruel, willfully cruel. They want to see a reaction. But my goal isn't to interact with people. My goal is to document the effects of this disease on my body. There was something I wanted to talk about, and I'm just trying to remember. So I can't remember when. I think it was 10 days ago. I think it was about 3 days. 3 days after. Three days after my birthday. I had a stroke on my birthday. And I've been lying on the floor ever since for the last 2 weeks. And while I was lying on the floor, on the heating mat, to recover from the pain everywhere, I felt some discomfort in my pelvis, where all the tumors are. Because this is now 7 weeks after my surgery. And swelling's gone down a bit now. On this side, it's gone down a bit, so I'm having an easier time to talk. "10 days ago, something happened. Oh, I remember. I was lying on the floor, managing the stroke symptoms with the heating pad. And I felt the tumors in my belly were very aggravated. They were all kind of dissolving. And that's painful, because when they dissolve, they liquefy, so they swell up. And that causes tension on the tissue, like acne in your belly. It's really painful. So I was lying on my belly and I was comforting that. And then I felt something on my hip, my pelvis. I felt like this kind of really itchy sensation on the bone of my iliac crest. And I'm like, this is weird. What is that? So I pushed into it. I pushed into the itch. And it felt like part of my pelvis broke off. And I remember it now. It was kind of scary because I was like, did I just decompose? Did my pelvis just break up? It was kind of scary because it was like a crunching sensation of the bone. And remember, I'm in a massive head injury, and all of a sudden I've done something to my pelvis. Chris asks, did you go back to the doctor? Well, here's the problem. I'm lying on the floor and I can't talk. Who's going to help me? I can't make phone calls because I can't identify symbols on my phone screen. How do I call for help? How can I call for help? It's too late. I've been through it. So this thing broke off in my pelvis, and I'm gonna see if it's visible, because this thing, it was kind of scary. I broke what felt like a piece of bone off my pelvis while I was lying on the floor, and then within 24 hours I had a massive immune reaction to the thing in my pelvis. So I'm just gonna see if I can see it, this thing that I broke off that's now in my belly. I don't know if I'll be able to see it. Okay. I can only see it when I'm standing up. I'll maybe do another video where I can stand up. So, I knew I had to be dressed this morning. I wasn't sure why. I don't know if I'm alone in the house or not. And because I don't know if I'm alone, Anyone can come through that door. That's the fear that I have, because I don't know if I'm alone. That's why I'm dressed. I just remembered now. So I think my husband had to have physical therapy, in which case he leaves the house. But I don't know if he's left, because if he leaves before I wake up. And today is unusual. Today I've woken up early. For the first time in 2 weeks, I've woken up before 9 a.m. So it's not that I'm sleeping a lot, but I'm not aware until my brain manages to switch on. So the earliest awareness I have every day is about 11 a.m. So I'm suffering with this, but it's improving daily. And there's something in my belly which is liquefying. It broke off my iliac crest and it's digesting in my belly, but it's expanding. It's liquefying, so it's swelling up. So there's a lot of tension in my belly, a lot of heat. And that doesn't feel good. And I wanted to document this process of me waking up and what I go through when I wake up, so that I have evidence. I have documentation. I have cancer, sarcoma, and I've just had a stroke. Probably because the debris from my body fighting. Thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie Rabbit. I love rabbits. Bonnie Rabbit says they're praying for me. The fact that I'm saying rabbit out loud makes me happy. I love rabbits. You can learn so much from a bunny. I'm sorry, my phone keeps jostling. My head still hurts. It's not like a headache. It just feels like there's a lot of snot in my brain. My brain feels snotty. And I have to get the fluid to come out of my brain to ease up so that I can think. And then when I can think, I can talk, I can move a bit better, I can move. But until I get this out of my head, it's really hard to do anything. It's hard to move. It's hard to get off the floor. I can hear something. I'm just scanning I'm still trying to work out if there's anyone in the house. This process of waking up for me or regaining my awareness takes 2 hours. So I thought I would talk through it. We are now 26 minutes in, and a lot has happened in 26 minutes. So I first of all had to I first of all had to overcome the distress of putting the recording on while there's incoming bullying. And that's normal. People bully. But I needed to stay focused on what I was doing here. I needed to record this because no one's with me when I go through this. And I'm recording this so that I have evidence when I go to a medical professional. This is what it's like waking up in the mornings. Because by the time I'm aware and cognizant, this daily fight is over. And then I'm talking more, and the assumption is nothing's wrong. From everybody else looking at me, the assumption is nothing's wrong. And you're walking and you're talking, but I'm frail. I reserve my energy. I don't talk a lot because I've only got so much capacity in my head to make decisions. And talking is a very high resolution activity in the brain. So I minimize that. And then that means if I'm minimizing communicating, then I'm suffering in silence. But sometimes suffering in silence is easier than trying to tell anyone. Just going through it is easier than asking for help. I'm gonna be okay. I've fought through this several times. I'm gonna be okay. but I'm tired. I'm so tired. Fighting through this disease is easier to let go than it is to fight through. Okay? It's easier to let go of pain. What that means for your body is things cancel out. If you let go of pain, you let go of life. If you let go of pain, you let go of the will to live. It's fighting through pain that keeps me alive. So I'm expecting a call today from a medical professional. She's supposed to be calling me, I don't know what time, but she has the ability to direct her phone so that I can speak to a doctor. So she essentially calls me, I pick up the phone, and then she transfers me to a doctor. But I don't know when that call's gonna happen. I think I'm in a lot of pain right now, and that's normal. I'm just fighting through it. I don't know if I'm on my own at the moment. I can't tell. What time is it? I'm gonna look at the time. It is 9:30. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, oh, this hurts. So, I have pain in my head. I have pain in my belly from the cancer. So, right now, I'm a zombie. I'm full of disease. But I'm fighting it. It's okay. I'm just lying here still, and I'm feeling the fluid drain out of my brain. It's not, I call it fluid because it's a type of fluid, but it's not very fluid. It's more like snot. I got snot on my brain. It blocks up all the pathways. It causes this swelling on this side of my face. This is all swollen on this side. And the swelling takes some time to come out. And when it comes out, I can function a bit better. So I put the heating mat on first thing as soon as I wake up, and I put it on my pain immediately to try and purge it out so that I can think, so that I can start to be aware. I moved the heating pad to try and get a different exit drainage site of my brain. I'm going to just make that a bit more. Now, I call this a stroke. I don't have confirmation yet. I don't have any diagnosis, but I don't need a label for what I know what's happening. I just manage it as best I can. And I'm suffering medical PTSD because the last time I went through this, it was completely dismissed and I suffered through it. I worked through it. And I had to work. I came to work every day like this. And I would zombie into work. Zombie through the day. And I'd make excuses for forgetting things and speaking funny. And that's not okay. I was forced to work. And it harmed me. I should have been on medical leave. And right now, the tumors in my belly are killing me. So what happens with the tumors in my belly is that they started to dissolve, but it's profuse, a lot of foci. It's like acne in your belly, inside your flesh, acne inside your flesh. If you imagine what that pain is like, you know, the usual pain on your face from the acne. So my body is trying to heal the tumors by digesting them. So it liquefies them, makes them swell up, and they kind of burst and they sinus their way out into my lymphatic drainage system. And that process is painful. And right now it's a little overloaded. There's a lot coming out. My cancer's just dissolving like crazy. But the debris inside my body, the flocculation, travels around, and it's probably that gave me a stroke. It's probably that. Like tumor debris floating around that just got stuck in my brain. So that's partly what I think happened. But the source of the tumors, the source of the metastasis, I found 10 days ago. I felt this one pain in my belly that was more like an itch that I needed to scratch really, really hard. And the more I touched it, the more it itched. And I'm talking about a deep fire ants kind of itch. So I knew there was something kind of wrong with that bone, but I didn't expect it to break off. It broke off into my belly. I was like, oh crap, I've done something really wrong. So immediately after it broke off, I did have a little bit of panic because I thought, I've just broke my pelvis. But then I just had to stay still and go, what's happening? And so I laid really still and I focused on what I could feel. And it felt like something the size of a spoon, about that big, but quite thick, as if it was a scab. Quite thick. It was about that big, and it was kind of cup-shaped, kind of dome-shaped. I felt it kind of crust off of my iliac crest from a little bit. It was kind of concave, and this thing kind of broke off, sloughed off. It was crunchy when it came off. And the crunchiness abraded some of my tendon, some of my psoas muscles. So then I couldn't walk. I was like, oops. I think that hurt. So my psoas muscle has kind of been offline since 10 days ago. And that's okay. Because I'm used to that. I'm used to working around that. My psoas muscle is covered in tumors, so every morning, if I want to move, I roll around on the hot mat until the tumors are kind of leaked a bit, bursted a bit, softened up a bit, and then I can use my muscle. So anyway, this tumor broke off and it's just kind of stuck there. It's just not on the bone, but it's sticking to the psoas muscle. And then my immune system went in and mobbed it. And I got this huge swelling on my abdomen, like the bit as big as my hand. It was just sitting on the, poking out of my belly, like an alien, like a belly burster. I'm like, doesn't look good. And still, I haven't had a scan, haven't been to the doctor. And this is big stuff because I can't ask for help and I can't talk. And then when I'm aware and I start the day and I have to take care of the bunnies, my emergency is on the back burner. So I get taken care of last after everyone else. And I still can't get first place treatment, which is why I'm waiting for a phone call for this medical professional to call me. So what I managed to do, on the phone, I can't use my phone, it's difficult to read and figure out my phone. I managed to contact one of my friends through an app and ask her for the telephone number for mental health help. And that's what I did. And I called this person like a navigator for mental health. And I described what I was going through. I don't know. But she said, we're going to get a clinician to call you. And that clinician has been calling me periodically since. So that's how I managed to get help. It's now 45 minutes. Gosh, it's nearly an hour since I've been doing this, and I'm now talking more. I'm now more aware because I've managed to get some of the swelling out of my brain just by gentle pressure. Just by gentle pressure, and I'm squeezing the snot out of my brain. And it comes out of the lymphatic drainage of the brain. And there are two spots that I can do it. There's here, and then there's here. So if I have the heating pad and I just gently roll around, I can get the inflammation out of my brain. It hurts. Everything hurts. There is a blockage, like a kind of a tumor in my jaw that's swelling up. It's being dissolved. So there's extra activity here that normally wouldn't be. But my body is in this really reactive state at the moment where it's just going around destroying stuff. And that process causes a lot of swelling. I'm actually getting a sensation of hunger for the first time in a while. I'm getting a sensation of hunger. That's good. That means my liver's waking up. My liver's waking up. Okay. That's good. So I'm just draining some fluid out of my jaw right now. I'm squishing it up out of my jaw. That's all the tumor debris that's coming out. I have a tumor in my jaw, and when my immune system fights it, it makes my face swell up as well. And I can just push that fluid out. I have to let it go slowly because it's very snotty, it's very thick. I mentioned earlier that I had trouble seeing blue. I'm not sure how to describe that, but early on when my symptoms were more severe, anything blue was difficult to see. I can't imagine how that works, how to describe it, but yeah, that was weird. So yeah, my whole view of the world became very green. Oh God, this hurts so much. I've got so much pain at the moment. Hang on. It comes in waves. My liver's woken up, so I get waves of pain and hunger. Okay, this really hurts. Oh God. Okay, when you stimulate the liver, when the liver wakes up, you have to keep your liver happy. Your liver is like the infirmary of your body. It's taking all the tumor debris and it's reprocessing it and recycling it into new material for the body to feed off of. So it's using the tumors as fuel because you're hungry, and it's like going, I need to eat, and you're not feeding me anything except for nasty hamburgers that I have to go and pick up like fast food around the body, and this stuff's gross. So that's what your liver's doing when you wake up. And when the liver wakes up, the gut starts to wake up. So peristalsis starts to happen. And this rhythmic motion causes pain because I have so many acne-like tumors in my belly. And the peristalsis is kind of squeezing them a little bit. It's like poking your face full of acne. It's gonna freaking hurt. So you end up with peristalsis pain in the morning. So every time your gut does a sweep, there is pain. And you can go through it. It feels like you need to have a poop, but there's nothing there to poop yet. So the peristalsis action happens, and it squeezes out all the lymph nodes that are swollen like acne in the gut. And this causes diarrhea. So that's what I have to look forward to every morning is diarrhea. And that's a good day because that means everything's working. That's a good day. But it's painful. Oh, Bonnie Rabbit says he'd be steaming broccoli for me and lemon. Oh, God, dude, you are making me hungry. You're making me hungry. That's actually what I need. I need vegetables right now because they mop up. They mop up the immune system. They enable the immune system to transport the tumor debris out into the gut. Oh God, this is so painful. I'm just lying here, rolling a little bit now to ease the peristaltic pain. That's what I do as I roll it, to ease the pain of the expulsion from the lymph nodes in the gut. Because it hurts. And the only way to speed it up is to help the body move through it. So you have to move, you have to rock. So if you see someone rocking a lot when they have mental health issues and they rock backwards and forwards or side to side, they are intuitively milking their immune system. That's how you do it. You use the rocking motion to milk the immune system out through the spinal cord and through the abdomen and through the core muscles. That's what the rocking does. Stop it, Bunny Rabbit wants to make me carrot cake with pineapple. Ah, that would heal me. Did you know that pineapple is anti-fibrotic? It dissolves tumors. That's what I ate last night. I had some pineapple last night. And that's why my tumors are dissolving. But the process is painful. And then you have to treat your immune system a little bit. Now and again, you have to give it something sweet to wake it up. Because the spleen is the source of command control for the immune mob that comes out and mobs the tumors. So you have to give it a little chocolate or a little cake or something so that the mob can come out. I'm in so much pain right now. This hurts so much. I'm just rolling around on the floor to milk the pain out of my body. And then I can run to the bathroom or zombie stagger. Whatever gets me there faster. But I'm talking a bit better now because I've got some stuff out of my brain and I've unblocked this passage here from the tumor that was dissolving in my jaw. So this is a lot freer now and I'm able to talk more. I'm able to think more. My awareness is expanding. I'm now more aware of what's going on in the house. I'm still not sure if I'm on my own. I swear to God, this is the best conversation I've had ever. I'm having a conversation with Bonnie Rabbit, and the best. In my condition right now is what I needed. Did you know that rabbits are healing? And in Chinese culture, we have Jade Rabbit, who lives on the moon and makes medicine, pounding medicine. That's what rabbits do, they pound medicine. And Bonnie Rabbit is my Jade Rabbit. Jade Rabbit would look after Chang'e. She became a goddess to live on the moon. She went blind in her real life before she became a goddess. She went blind. And I know what that means now. Made by Fardi says, "Hi, are you okay now?" I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's now 58 minutes in. So 1 hour. It takes me 2 hours. Now 1 hour into the process. And I have managed to drain a bunch of tumor debris into my immune system, into the lymphatic system. I managed to drain it. I managed to drain it out of my brain and out of my jaw. And the drainage is happening everywhere at the same time. It's happening in my peristaltic system. It's all milking out into my gut. So the next thing that will happen is I'm going to have to somehow run to the bathroom soon. So this is a painful process that I wake up to every day. And I'm documenting this so that I can give it to someone so they can recognize me. They can recognize what I'm going through. I wanted to share what the real symptoms are like because it's difficult to find the words to talk to a medical professional in front of you. Ah, crap, this hurts. Just milking it out gently. So, I don't know if I can see the tumor in my mouth actually. I'm just going to have a look. Yeah, I had to look. Bonnie rabbit is the equivalent of jade rabbit in Chinese culture. In Chinese culture, Chang'e became a goddess, and she had a rabbit make her medicine for her. And I've got to look at the story now because I think there's some truth in it. So, bye, Fardine. Okay, I'm going to switch this off now. This was a terrible stream. This was very hard to do, and I did it because I wanted to document what I go through when I'm stuck on the floor for 2 hours. I'm gonna do another hour. Now that I'm more cognitively aware, I'm gonna get moving. I'm gonna climb off the floor, which is quite an effort. And then I'm gonna just see if I can start moving